From 1840s up until 1925, the Indian state under the colonial government evolved a pseudo-identity framework which faultily generalized the demographic census data into what was called castes, a Spanish word casta, which means a lineage, tribe, or class, and forced upon Hindus. This categorization of colonial citizens based on a faultily generalized identity that has resulted in violence is a global phenomenon as seen in the Rwanda Genocide, which killed 500,000 to 800,000 Tutsis with a total estimated death at 1.1 million. We Hindus are also victims of this caste system that was forced upon us. The four Varnas of Hinduism that are defined based on karmas, which is the actions motivated by individual worldview and pursuits of life, and Gunas, which is the activism, that is the number of active working hours per day, are a form of self-declaration and subjective fluid classification. And the 3,000 Jatis, which are endogamous peoples group, with the 25,000 Upjatis, which include exogamous Gotra groups. The 1871 census and later literature faultily generalized these 25,000 people groups into a force-fitted classification using the same verbiage as the four Varnas, which was contrary to both practical indigenous lifestyle experience and written scriptures. Now let us break down this into some parts. This three-layer system of number 1, Varnas, number 2, Jatis, and number 3, Upjatis. This is a three-layer system. It was faultily generalized into a single Spanish word called Casta. 4 Varnas, 3,000 Jatis, and 25,000 Upjatis were faultily mapped to the European and Persian class system using a Spanish word, and we Hindus were labeled as castes. Now, why do we have a Jati Varna system in Hinduism? 25,000 Upjatis are exogamous groups, which means they do not marry in the same group, because marrying very close in the same family results in children getting genetic diseases from their parents. So the system of Upjatis of not marrying within the same Upjati is for having healthy children. It is a proven genetic science. Everybody knows it. In the same way, we Hindus had 3,000 Jatis, which are exogamous groups, which means they married exactly within the same group. The reason is it was a system to have multi-generation training of people and skills to be transferred from father to son to grandson, and to specialize in a craft of trade, expertise in certain scriptures, or a war skill. This is why we Hindus could build such amazing temples and had the best mathematicians, doctors, surgeons, and top experts in the world. Why do we Hindus have 4 Varnas? Because Varnas are self-declared. You declare your Varna based on your interests, pursuits, and worldviews. You declare them based on your activism, Gunas, which means how many hours per day you can work. This is completely voluntary. Your teachers, looking at your aptitude, groom you. Varnas are not Jatis or Upjatis. The mix-up of these 3-layer concept was not a mistake by invaders. It was intentionally done by them to destroy us. All the 3, Jati, Upjati, and Varna, can be changed in Hinduism. For example, around 3000 BCE, Raja Agrasen created a new Gotra system during his time, where the erstwhile warrior Marwari community became a trader community. Legends say that their swords were transformed into a weighing balance. Vyasa, the great sage who wrote Mahabharata, was born in a fisherman family. King Chandragupta was also born as an ordinary farmer. Our Hindu gurus, rishis, constantly upgraded us and trained us to excel in life. Many times our rishis and Hindu gurus created new Gotra systems as per the need of the time. Guru Gobind Singh Ji, for example, asked all Hindu families to give their eldest sons to him to make his army against the adharmic forces. Thus, Guru Gobind Ji created the lineage of Sikhism, one of the most contributing communities on the planet Earth, who provide the highest number of charitable means through langars. Our entire Varna Jati Upjati system is a completely flexible scientific system. It was destroyed to break us into pieces as a disorganized society that can be easily subjugated and ruled over. Hinduism, Hindu scriptures, and Hindu gurukuls only taught us to respect each human being without discrimination as not just an equal human being. Rather, much more than that, our Hindu scriptures have taught us to see each human being without discrimination as a divine manifestation of God. In the verses 97 and 101 of the 8th Ulasa of Kularnava Tantra, it is said, whether a woman or a man or an impoverished marginalized person, that is a Chandala, or a person who is reborn through education and initiation, that is a Dvija, there is absolutely no discriminatory comparison. Everyone here is considered like God, like Shiva. The communities that we recognize as mochis and nais were once professional Hindu surgeons who performed even complex reconstructive plastic surgery completely free of cost, because in the Hindu medicine system, medical care and survival needs are always provided free of cost. In exchange, the Hindu ecosystem took care of the service sector communities and gave them a share of the annual village harvest as a routine for free, not as a payment but as a compulsory exchange each season. Thus, the interest of the village doctor was to keep people healthy, because when people are healthy, they work more and he gets his share of grains. The village doctor doesn't earn when they are sick. Such a beautiful system of freeing healthcare service from greed. However, during the colonial era, the Hindu economy, the Hindu service sectors, were destroyed by over-exploitation by the invaders, wherein they increased the taxes to 300% and reduced the wages to 25% of what it was in the Hindu kingdoms until 1730s. These are facts well documented by the invaders themselves.